Yeah. I ain't playing with you niggas at all. We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Triple love. Longer flex, nigga. So major the motherfucking game. No good morning. Fleet, what up? Hello? We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Yeah. We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Sanders, but it's a touchdown. They see my face on the TV, they move and hush now. That's why I came with a plan. We booking trips, no bags. I'ma shop when I land. Them chrome hearts ain't gon' make you a man. You love them guns, cause you weak with them hands. Those Alexanders, but that nigga a stand. Yeah, that nigga mad cause his bitch is a fan. I'm in the zone like Bronny, just watch the lockdown. All I got is my family, my niggas up now. She see my face on the gram, she wanna fuck now. Play yourself, I don't love clowns. Wise words from the elders that had me bother. Young niggas gotta finish what you started. Cause you a target, but the words can't hurt you, just stay unbothered. But we see that you rapping, just be an artist. Yeah, I'm in the zone like Sanders, boy, this a touchdown. They see my face on the TV, they move and hush now. That's why I came with a plan. We booking trips, no bags. I'ma shop when I land. Chrome hearts ain't gon' make you a man. You love them guns, cause you weak with them hands. Those Alexanders, but that nigga a stand. That nigga mad, cause his bitch is a fan. I'm in the zone like Bronny, just watch lockdown. Bad bitches at my door, they tryna rush now. I step back for the moment, just like I'm hard and begging pardon. Don't be another lost face on the carton. All my niggas gon' shine. I'm talking BB's Cartiers for the frame. I'm seeing 3D. I got this shit out the mud. I'm talking knee deep. 10 toes on my word. They wanna beat me. Call my man up in Texas. Like what's the topic? Gotta plug up in Houston. Trading rockets. Or you label the lick just cause you got it. You better with it than without it. Little mama, I'm a demon. Body cold like anemic. See the bands that she tweaking. I need a Vicky for the weekend. I'm bowling hard every season. Holy water got me geeking. I made it rain that she teasing. Christian loops that's bleeding in the lobby playing defense. I hand to hand like a greeting. Huddle up like a meeting. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. I'm talking Emerald Lagasse, we serving lunch now. Niggas came with a plan. Watch your face ain't gon' make you a band. They say they fan till they bite in your hand. He ain't a snitch till that man on the stand. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. Yeah. We in the zone like Tyson, they see the punch now. Yeah. Go on.
Touchdown, time to get changed this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the hand dog. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, Philly time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. Now, I know that the screen has gotten a little bit uglier than it usually is. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody on here that, you know what I'm saying, usually ain't gonna be on the show. No, I was kidding. Nah, but today we are gonna go over the Eagles camp. We're gonna go over Cowboys camp. I went and got my boy Cowboys fan talk, Jay Vrone. What's good, brother? How you doing, man?
What's good with you, man? I can't complain, man. You know what I'm saying? Watching Twitter like everybody else.
Yeah, basically, right? We just all going crazy over all the headlines. But I mean, look, so the Eagles and the Cowboys obviously started their camp. You guys, I think, started it last week, right? You guys started a little bit earlier than us. Yeah. Obviously, you know, nothing too crazy yet, right? It's just the start. But I guess we'll start in the beginning, right? We're all football fans. That's where it starts. So before we get to, you know, analytic or go through, you know, injuries and everything, how do you feel now that football is actually back, man?
I feel good, man. I went through the drought like everybody else, where you just, as my boy Cowboys fan 1980 would say, it's the what if season.
Exactly.
Everything was what if this, what if that. You know what I'm saying? And you got two sides on every fan base. You got the what if negative side where the whole off season they talking about how you gonna be trash, and then you got a fan like me. I'm the what if. You know what I'm saying? I'll go all the way up to. I don't mention that one word. I don't mention the Super Bowl, but I'll what if to the playoffs though. I'll what if all the way up to there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, let's what if real quick. I mean, it's still kind of what if season. We haven't put the pads on yet or anything. So I mean, obviously. Oh yeah, you guys did. Oh, we get it on Monday. We put it on Monday, so we'll see what happens. But as so far, run me through a little bit of Cowboys camp. I want to hear the good side. I want to hear, the positive so far. I want to see what are you happy so far about in the Cowboys camp.
Well, first and foremost, Dak Prescott is upright. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody was like, "Oh, here it go with the shoulder." It ain't what it looked like. He only gonna miss a couple days. I seen the reports, couple weeks, and all this extra stuff. It ain't tied to the injury with the rotator cuff, the AC joint that from 2019. It ain't even related to that. It was just him probably trying to go too hard because he missed time. So that's good. That's the number one thing. Dak is healthy, and saying we got a quarterback back, so we got a fighting chance this year. The other standout, man, I can't even front, man. CeeDee Lamb looked like he looking different. Like real, like I know I'm captain hype for CeeDee Lamb normally, but then there's like you hyping him up and he got talent, but then there's like he come and do stuff like, oh, he looking like DeAndre Hopkins for real. Like he come and the stuff he been doing in camp, and the thing I'll say that looks different. You know how like a player make a catch, they get up, they hype. It's almost like I said in the video, it's like he out there on his Kobe, like when he make a miraculous catch. He just get up and walk off, serious face. It's like he just focused. Like he don't want nobody to think this is a game. He ain't overhyped in his mind. He just focused. And I'm hoping that, rubs off on some other players because, what I'm saying, as you know, the Cowboy hype train ain't just us. You know what I'm saying? The players will get in their own head because of the fans, and then they won't go as hard because they feel like, oh, I'm entitled,
Yeah.
So
go ahead. My bad.
No. The third thing I would say is just excited to see some of the defensive pieces, the new defensive pieces that me and you have discussed outside of here. See some of them coming to fruition, man. Micah Parsons is legit. He is not like it's he might not know. No, he's legit. You know what I'm saying? He's legit enough that you probably won't see Jalen Smith in a Cowboys jersey after this year. Like he's that legit. So those are the 3 points. Parsons. But what about you?
Yeah, I've always liked Micah Parsons. I've always liked Micah Parsons. So that hurt.
I know he close to home normally. I know y'all was mad when we called him like, okay.
I think I was the only Eagles fan, honestly, that was mad. I think I was maybe one or two other people wanted Micah Parsons on the Eagles, but I'm pretty sure I was the only one that even thought there was at least a chance. You know what I'm saying?
The thing it's not just obviously you want an all-world linebacker, but it's his athleticism. Like as much as people we know who won the Super Bowl. Devin White won the Super Bowl. He was everywhere. Exactly. He was everywhere. And I'm not saying Micah Parsons, Devin White, you gotta show and prove. I'm saying athletically, if you put them on the field together and like y'all do all these athletic drills, he's going to be right next to him. He's that athletic. He's that fast. He can jump that high. He can rush the passer. So now let's put it on the field. That's fair. You got to wait till you do it on the field. But athletically in camp, he blew past Tyron Smith, and that's hard to do. Ty Smith, I know injured Ty Smith is different, but Ty Smith is, if you've seen any pictures of him, Ty Smith he's looking like a fullback. Like he ain't got no stomach fat. He got a small little 4-pack. It's weird. So when I'm like, okay, he's in tip-top shape. And when you can see Micah can dip under him with just his speed, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't got no chance in the power department. It just makes me happy, man. I know we got to look, as you said, as you started the what if season. So it's a lot of what if, and it's easy to what if. Can't help it. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun to. It's fun to, too. But I mean, realistically, like the whole, me and you joked about it, with the whole Micah Parsons. Obviously, I wanted Micah Parsons, a Penn State fan. But, the Eagles had very similar questions on the defensive side as the Cowboys. The secondary, the linebacking core, you guys were a little bit more solidified at the linebacking core than us.
Were.
Yeah, were. But I mean, obviously with the like injuries, we're like I feel like it's weird because you guys always have good linebackers. Jalen Smith like kind of fell off a cliff last year, but like Sean Vanderlee Neck or whatever his name is, he's good. He's good. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
Wow.
I mean, his name asked for it. You know what I'm saying? His name basically.
So I just go LV.
But he's good. When he's on the field, he's good. But I say that to say this: we had a lot of the same questions, and I think that we both answered them in kind of different ways. Like obviously, the draft, you guys got your linebacker. Your secondary is young. Outside of Trayvon Diggs, you have a lot of guys that are fighting for another spot. Yeah, he's young as well. But and we went kind of the veteran route. We have Darius Slay, we have Steven Nelson. So me personally, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this team. I think that nobody has any expectations of us. I think we're on different ends of the spectrum. Like I feel like Cowboys, a lot of people are thinking that they're going to be a playoff team, that they're going to kind of walk away with this division, which is fine.
It's hard not to feel like that. If you can get 6 wins with that many injuries, you almost feel like with the healthiness, you can at least get 4, 3. You can get the 9 or 10. We had mad injuries and got 6 wins.
See, I feel like you can say that about us too. Like
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just
no. I feel you. You're gonna ride for your squad, but I'm just saying. I feel like it's just a weird year. I've said this time and time again. I'm not like overly hype about like being the best in the NFC East. I don't think the NFC East is that strong this year. But I'm excited for the team we have. Like I feel like we're looking towards the future. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy that we got last year, Davion Taylor, is a 3rd round pick. Now I'm not saying he's Micah Parsons, but he symbolizes the same thing. Symbolizes the same thing in my opinion. He's a athletic. He's a next generation type of linebacker, and that's what to me Micah Parsons is. He might not be what linebackers are right now, but in my opinion, he's what they're going to become. That's I mean, that was a great pickup for you guys, but I think we're starting to answer a lot of questions now that we don't have Jim Schwartz's old, butt out there doing the same exact thing.
No more?
Oh my God. It was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, there's not many questions that got answered yet, right? Like as far as who players are, but it's nice to see like the coaching staff out there, getting into these players, not so buddy. Yeah. But I want to ask you about your coaching staff too, because I know your defensive coaching staff made some changes as well. So like,
I'm excited.
Yeah. So let me know about that. Is there anything you've seen at the training camp? Because like I said, with the Eagles, like we've seen Nick Sirianni pulling players off and like kind of getting in their ass, like no homo, and we've seen
I heard
our coaches go crazy.
I keep my ear to the streets. I heard that he had to put a team to the side today and talk to him because he ain't like the effort.
He's done it a couple times.
And I will. We can get into that a little bit later. I'll let you talk for your squad. But for my team, the biggest difference I've seen is, of course, on the defensive side, obviously having a training camp. But Dan Quinn is as advertised. If you just get bored and go through the Cowboys Twitter streets and just type in Dan Quinn, you'll see a whole lot of Dan Quinn working with Micah Parsons 1-on-1, Dan Quinn working with Neville Gallimore 1-on-1, Dan Quinn working with just the linebackers, and just he is really, really, really hands-on with his players. Not just like, here's my scheme, all right, figure it out. Like he's really been like it's plenty of video of him, and I think his favorite obviously is his new weapon. He's out there with 2 of them. The people I've seen him work the most with right now, because D-Law is still recovering, is Randy Gregory. Mm-hmm. And he's been working with Micah Parsons heavy. I think Dan Quinn's expertise is the D-line. I think he's letting Edwards handle the secondary, which is great too, because Edwards knows his stuff. As you know, in the coaching and on the coaching side of things. But the thing I like the most about what Dan Quinn is doing, if you look at, I know everybody was saying like he was trash in Atlanta. He wasn't the defensive coordinator, as you would know. Right. Being the coach and the D coordinator are 2 different things.
Facts.
But the players that he did work with 1-on-1 in Atlanta, when he did get a chance, he took Grady Jarrett from a 5th round selection to like almost all pro status. I don't know if Grady Jarrett's all pro, but I'm just saying he has the knowledge to at least make sure our D tackles ain't just, you saw what they was doing last year.
Yeah.
They 5 yards off the ball. So at the least, you should know how to absorb a double team. Like, I need my D tackles to at least do the bare minimum. And we wasn't even doing that. You saw I think we had literally the top one of the 3 worst run defenses in the league. That was our biggest problem. Not that the secondary was world beaters, but why throw when you could just run for 250 plus?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So by the time you get to throwing, you're like, I mean, it's just for fun now. We didn't demoralize them. So
exactly.
You got linebackers that I feel like have lost a step or were injured. You got D tackles that was terrible, and you get our defense. I can't lie about that. Look, if you've been around, we've been cool for a minute. You watch me every Sunday do this. Every Sunday, right after the game, I'll be like, and we just and look, it was a hard season. I feel good because you watch your quarterback try and put his ankle back together himself on the field. I'm like, yo, this year can't really get that. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen. So I'm like, a loss is a loss. It ain't too many times, knock on wood, you're going to watch your quarterback literally his ankle doing this.
Yeah, just doing a wave, doing the Princess Diana. Yeah, his ankle was doing the Princess Diana on the float.
So if I can make content through that depressing period and not delete my channel, I think I'll be all right.
Facts. And like my thing is, you said it perfectly, man. It can't get much worse than what last year was. And I mean, that's that as a whole for the whole NFC East. Like outside of Washington kind of they took a
New York don't got no excuses, bro. If you want to keep it funky, that's the one team. New York, what's the excuse?
Yeah, no, they have a quarterback that's at least decent. Like, he's not great, but
New York, that's the one team, and I'm not gonna go on a diatribe. New York is the one team in the NFC East that don't like. Washington could have said, we had wild quarterback issues.
Yeah,
New York had their quarterback for at least 80% of the season.
They didn't have Saquon. That was about it. And honestly, they probably did better without Saquon.
A running back going down. I'm not trying to say it's just different. Losing your starting running back, you can ask the Rams. I watched them run. They picked up dude off the street when they made that Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but my thing is, and I agree with you. My thing with the Giants, I guess Barkley was hurt, but they did kind of fill in with Devontae Freeman. I mean, Devontae Freeman was doing good. Foreman, was it? It was Freeman or Foreman. The dude from
if you think about it, though, if any team, your running back go down, but your quarterback healthy, you be like, well, look like our quarterback going to hold it down. So exactly, the way they talk about, and I know they want us to think that Darius Slayton and Shepard and Golden Tate are like the worst receivers in the world, but it's not true. It's just not. That's not that horrible of a receiving core.
Yeah, and you got Evan Ingram out there.
I tried with them because they're not important.
That's the thing. Like, if you look at our division, and I've said this before, and I know people are gonna probably hate on me and be like, "Oh, you're a homer. It is what it is." Whatever. I really don't care. If you look at when Washington wins the division, every other team sucks. You know what I'm saying? The last time that they won the division, when was the last time they won the division? Was last year, outside of last year, obviously. But even last year, they started off like one like 4. No, yeah, I know, right? It's another trivia night. No, I think it was with RG3, and they started off like 0-4 or something like that, and had to win the last like 10 games. So, and then they had to do the same thing last year. So the only time that they ever make the playoffs is when the whole NFC East is trash.
And to be honest with you, man, I've been saying this, and I'm not trying to trash everybody, but it is what it is. Washington's defense is overrated, bro.
Yeah.
I know everyone, when you pull up the stats and you like, but look what they did last year. I pulled up their schedule. If you bored after this, look at their schedule from last year. Look at the wins. Look at the teams that dropped 30 on them. Every good team they played, 30. You know who they got fat off? Carson Wentz, Andy Dalton. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel Jones, who threw 11 touchdowns. So yeah, when you play those 3 quarterbacks 2 times a piece, you gotta think your stats are gonna look incredible. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to put my team down, but you saw how Andy Dalton was getting down versus Washington.
Facts.
So it's one of those things where your defense got fat versus real porous quarterbacks. And when you played Baker Mayfield, they dropped 30 on you. the Ravens drop 30 on you. The Lions drop 30 on them. Like, so I'm like, I don't know if this defense is, I'm not saying it's bottom of the pack. I'm saying the way they acting like they the Ravens, they keep saying like the 2000 Ravens, like, you know what? Washington defense is going to carry them to the playoffs. I'm like,
I don't see it.
Y'all saw the same team that I watched because y'all let them win.
Exactly.
Like,
and it's not like they have a scoring defense. That's the thing. If they had a scoring defense, that's one thing. If you're sitting here telling me they got a bunch of ball hawks in that secondary that are gonna, pick sixes, exactly. Actually, they have a front seven.
Actually, they got a front because name outside of the rookie they just drafted. Who the linebacker?
That's a good question. I think they were using Ryan Kerrigan a lot.
And to be honest with you, Chase Young is okay, but he got he's not Von Miller in his prime yet. Like, I'm not trying to hate on them, but I'm saying the reason why, our division, the reason why they crowning them is because they because the last couple of years it was giving it to y'all before the season started, and they're like, well, the Eagles is down. It's either if you watch the major networks, which are spewing confusion and stupidity, it's either the Giants or it's the Washingtons, and that's it.
Yeah. The facts. And I mean, look, I've said this before. I think that the Giants, kind of like you said, they really have no excuse. They have probably the most complete team right now. You know what I'm saying? Out of all of us,
I know Saquon went down. I feel like Saquon going down, you should have got 8 wins.
Yeah, especially in this division. I mean,
and he didn't go down like late where you couldn't backtrack. He went down so early, you should have been able to figure it out.
Exactly. And you got a quarterback that runs faster than Lamar Jackson, apparently.
Apparently.
He can't stay upright, but he's
Michael Vick, but he can't stay upright. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. So all right, let's stop being so nice to each other. So let's get back to our
I got a question for you.
Go ahead, yeah.
Because I know, look, we watch each other's teams, maybe not as in depth because we got enough stuff to cover with our own. But I was listening to what is it? It's one of those. It's a Eagles YouTube. It's like the radio station. Forgot the exact radio station.
94 point something.
Yeah, and I was I had to tap. And I said I got to do this. What I'm saying, camp thing. I got to at least know a little bit that's going on because I got enough stuff worrying about our stuff.
Yeah, no facts.
The worry seems to be the OLine. It's a lot of injuries. Like, and I'm like, I know I've heard you all off season. Like, yo, man, as long as we back healthy. And then all I heard him is there's like, well, I know Dillard and the guy he's battling with, they straight. But then the guy with the wild hair, he got a hamstring. Kelsey good, but then Brooks got a hamstring. And I know Lane Johnson is healthy now, but he's still coming off reconstructed ankle surgery, similar to Dak.
Yeah.
So my point is, do you have any worries? Like already I'm dealing with nagging injuries, or are you just like, this training camp, they be all right?
I'm going to say this, and nobody's going to want to hear this. It is what it is. But I went into the season worried. I'm going to be worried until the season's over. Injuries is that's our biggest opponent. It has been for the past couple years. You know what I'm saying? And that's not taking away anything from the East or anything, or from the Cowboys or the Washingtons, as you so eloquently said. I love that.
What's their name?
I like that one. Or the Giants. It's not taking away anything from them. It's just that if you look at our team, we've been in a lot of games, but we've been unhealthy. It's been, whether it's the quarterback, whether it's the O-line. Now, as far as the O-line, to get specific, I obviously want Brandon Brooks to be 100%. Isaac Seumalo, it is what it is. I think that we can replace him. I just want to have a full 5 going into the year. If it's not Brandon Brooks, that's, I'm not going to say that's fine, but we can live if it's not Brandon Brooks. I've even said Brandon Brooks getting hurt again, it might be time to figure out what you can do as far as a trade, because we do
that money.
Exactly. You look at the money, and I think one of the biggest things when it comes to offensive lines, obviously talent is very important. Continuity is everything. It really is. And I think that we have one of, if not the best offensive line coaches in the league right now.
That's your key. I know about him.
That really is. Yeah, that's really the biggest thing. And I've said this before. We have to utilize him. Lord only knows what's going to happen next year with him. You know, he was almost out this year.
In New England that I think retired.
Yeah, that's the thing. But that's the thing. Look at that. But like, look at that. We can be next year with a bunch of young dudes, a bunch of veterans leaving, like, you know, Lane Johnson, Kelsey, you know, Isaac Seumalo, Brandon Brooks. They can all leave, and now you have a brand new offensive line coach. I'm the type of dude that I'm going to sit here and say, listen, Stout, we don't know how much more time we got with you, so we're going to utilize the hell out of you. We're going to trade out some of these veteran guys that can't stay healthy, and we need you to just bring these guys along.
He need to be training a replacement. He need a understudy.
He does, and I think that we have it. Like, we have about 11 players on the offensive line that have seen real NFL time. You know, last year sucked because we went through like 14 different O-lines.
I was with you. You know, our line was wild, beat up.
Yeah, exactly. But so you can even agree with this. At the very least, at least you saw what some of these rookies were. You see what your depth is. You know what I'm saying? Once you go through that, you kind of see what you have. So we saw what we have, and I can name 5 players realistically that aren't starters that I wouldn't be mad if they were our starting offensive line.
That's why I was hating last year, because y'all was like, y'all O-line beat up. I was like, y'all backups decent. Our backups was trash. Y'all that big dude that played rugby, he can play.
Yeah, he's nice.
Our O-line we brought in was weak. Ask Dalton. That's why he was laid out. We ain't bring. We had Zach Martin, and
I'm telling you,
he went out for a while.
That's stout. That's Stoutland, because realistically, like, Jamon Brown is one of the worst football players I've ever seen. Like, you know, my channel kind of blew up because of Jamon Brown. Like, when he had a play where he literally just sat there and watched Carson Wentz get sacked, and he like fixed his glove in the middle of the play. Of the play room. Like, yeah, he literally in the middle of the play sat there and was just.
He on the team still?
Oh, hell no. I would go crazy. Shout out to my guy Jason Bristow, becoming a Philly the family member. I appreciate you, brother. But no, hell no, he better not be on this team. But that's the thing. If you look at some of these guys, they probably shouldn't have, you know, done as well as they did last year. But so that kind of actually brings me to this next point. Now, this isn't our problem anymore. So it feels good to, you know, talk about it and not be stressed out about it. And I'm not, you know, wishing nothing bad on nobody. But obviously Carson Wentz out there, you know, in Indianapolis, he's getting hurt already. The Eagles aren't. Look, I'm going to say that because I did a video earlier about it, and everybody's like, why do you even care? Get off his balls, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of balls, be sure to use code PhillyTP at Manscaped. But anyway, but, you know, everybody's telling me it's not that big of a deal. The only reason I bring it up is because obviously our first round pick is tied to him. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask you, because we've talked on and off, you know, camera, obviously, like Mike and Tuck and everything.
Yeah.
And you guys have said good things about Jalen Hurts. You guys, and the reason why I say this is because I think it closely ties to you guys. I think that you guys went through the same thing that we're going through. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Jalen Hurts is Dak Prescott, not saying he'll ever be Dak Prescott or he's as talented, but I feel like you could see a lot of the same things. So, like, how should we be dealing with this? Well, you know, because I feel like you went with it, went through it.
When this is funny, it was a couple weeks ago. I was watching one of your videos, and you said it. You was like, I know Roman and I'm always talking about Dak went through this. Welcome to the party. And you was like, yeah, that's true, but I don't care. So I want to let you know, I appreciate you acknowledging, yeah, we did go through this for a while where we had a quarterback that had a talent, and I'm not here to say Jalen Hurts ain't got no talent, but where only the fans acknowledged his talent. And it's funny because just like us, y'all fan base, I'm not saying y'all exactly split, but it's just like us. When Jalen Hurts makes one mistake, you're going to have them fans saying, let's go, move on. And I'm like, oh, I've lived that. It took a while. Dak has had to battle with the media, his fan base. like it took a while for, you know how hard it is for people to even say, well, Dak at least 7th. Because I used to deal with Dak 14th, man. I'm not even trying to hear it. Every year, though. Every year, he peels off a couple more slots. I don't know if you noticed. Definitely. And I've seen people that truly hate him. Even Dan Orlovsky said, I mean, he's 9th. I'm like, that's a lot for you, ain't it? because he used to want to say Dak was 17.
He still loves Carson. That's what it is. He blocked me on the IG.
Well, Dan Orlovsky's a cornball.
He's soft. He's soft.
I watched him say one time on air, I just do the Cowboys stuff because, it's a shtick. It's not really, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he do got problem with the Cowboys, but it's a shtick. That's why I can't watch none of them shows, because it's like whenever you watch some of them shows probably sometimes when you're bored. Before they even talk about my team, they start giggling. Like it's never analytic. Like they'll have a whole segment about strategy and maybe they should do this week, and then they're like, "So how you feel about Dallas?" And the camera pan out and everybody be like, "I mean," and pick up and giggle. And I'm like, "Oh, we're not even gonna be serious." And so I could go on for hours about that. Anyway, Jalen Hurts, man. I know y'all. I can see. His intangibles remind me of Dak. That's what I'm gonna say. And that look, and as much I used to say that, I used to throw that out there. I was like, yo, Dak's intangibles make him better than Wentz. People be like, man, shut up. That don't matter. And I'm like, no, it matter a lot, because a lot of quarterbacks just don't got it. And you can see the difference when you got a team's pulse and you got like a team like you, the heart and soul of the team. As much as people hate on Dak, when he broke his ankle, I watched the team get deflated. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know he had that much the pulse of the team. Like he really people and I feel like Jalen Hurts is building towards that. You know what I'm saying? Do I think there's anybody in the locker room that got problem with him? Not in your locker room, no. I think y'all got to deal with more so your media and not the content creators. Y'all got to deal with like whoever you made, like every pro football team got like their old players like that are in the local media that they go
I be just talking that junk all the time.
They go after games and stuff, and y'all got to worry about them hating on people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Sal Palantonio, he's a big, you know what I'm saying? He got a real good foothold in the national media. If he starts talking bad about Jalen Hurts, it could hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's why it helps that Michael Irvin and them have always had Dak's back. So when the whole national media hate on him, he always had a couple people sprinkled through there to hold him down, because you already know what's y'all biggest thing y'all dealing with right now. It ain't the injuries. It ain't nothing. It's that dude in Houston that they keep bringing up connected to y'all.
Exactly.
I mean, well, you know what? Tell me how you feel about that.
It's a no. I'm gonna use a quote from Jalen Hurts. I'm above all that. No, realistically, it's annoying, man. And honestly, it comes down to just being bored. I feel like this year, and maybe it's because I'm so close to the situation now. We're doing the shows and everything, but I feel like the media has had nothing to do all year but talk about the NFC East, whether it be the Eagles, whether it be the Cowboys, the Giants, the Washington. I'm never getting over that. I love that name. But it's like they've had nothing to do, and we are probably the one division that you shouldn't be talking about. There's nothing,
bro. It's really too much lineage there, though. It's too much history in our division. You got to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk about the Chargers. And Justin Herbert's great, but don't nobody care.
That's what I don't get, and that's what killed y'all with the whole Dak Prescott and the Tony Romo thing, because Tony Romo was obviously way more cemented in Dallas than Carson Wentz was in Philly. So I really don't get the love affair there. But either way, people still love Carson. You know what I'm saying? People still want Carson
let
here.
it go? See, I'm not.
And they won't let it go. Yeah,
to the depths. I thought y'all moved on, but it's people that still like. So they're
still hanging on, and I like Hurts.
The injury today should have let them know it was a good reason that y'all got rid of him,
bro. And not just that. The day that he said, and I'm not gonna go too deep in it, like him leaving, but the day that he said, once I got benched, that's when I knew I probably didn't want to be here. I don't want you here. That's like the punkest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's the scariest thing that I've heard in my life. But as far as Deshaun Watson, I don't want to deal with the drama. I'm good. Like I've said this plenty of times. I'd rather overpay next year than underpay this year for him. Like I don't know what he's going to be. Say again.
Let's just say a story breaks. It was all a hoax. Houston's owner tried to frame him, because I've had those thoughts. Everybody's had those thoughts, and I ain't saying that for the record, I'm not saying that the issue is not serious.
Yeah,
you're dealing with sexual harassment and stuff like that. I got daughters and a wife, so I take that stuff serious. I want everybody to know that. But until the facts come out, it's still a speculation. There's been no arrests. It's just been like lawsuits. So we're gonna see on that end. I just wanted to get that out. But let's play hypothetical that a bomb drops and they're like, wow, they're trying to frame him because they didn't want him to leave. Whatever. This stuff goes away. So you don't have to worry about the legal implications. He's not gonna be suspended because they found out some stuff, and it's just football. Do you want Deshaun Watson, even though you would have to give up? Let's just say they say, cool, we know Carson hurt. He only going to be worth the 2 2s, right? Mm-hmm. And you say, Houston says, all right, give us 2 1s, 2 2s. You take Deshaun Watson. We take Jalen Hurts. Do you do it?
Probably. I mean, yeah, probably. Realistically, I'm not crazy. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I like Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts is cool. He's a good dude. I don't know what he's going to become. I know what, physically Deshaun Watson is going to bring to Philly. I still am kind of on, and it sounds stupid because it is stupid at the end of the day to sit here and say, I'd rather go with Jalen Hurts and see what he has than get an all-pro top 5, arguably quarterback in the league who's under 28.
Let me tell you, you think we've argued before. If Deshaun showed up, you want to talk about reigniting the who got the better quarterback?
It would be a wrap.
It's going to be legendary.
Exactly. I mean, but anyway, you want a quarterback, but something that I heard earlier that really got me thinking. It's like, would you rather have a top 5 quarterback and not have the best team around him, or would you have a middle of the road, maybe top 15 type guy, top 17 type guy, but be able to spend the money on the roster? I mean, that's what we had. When we had Carson.
I'll tell you what that looks like right now, because everybody, this is why this is no hate. We taking off the hater hat. You know what I'm saying? I'll be real. Look, take the hater hat off for 2 seconds. This is why you go get the quarterback. And for the record, Deshaun Watson's not better than Dak Prescott. We had an argument the other day. I don't care.
Oh, well, we will definitely will have that. If he comes to the Eagles,
whether he come there or not, he's just not better. I don't see it. But you go get the quarterback because I've seen the Colts. And I saw Washington's not necessarily as good. I don't think they're as good as the Colts, but I've seen teams where they say they just need the QB because the middle of the road QB can't make the throw when you need it, right? So you can have the most amazing team and the defense is right. And unless your defense is, like I said, the 2000 Ravens that can carry Trent Dilfer, you got to have a defense that good. And that don't come along, or the Legion of Boom. Mm-hmm. Until those defense come along, which is, that's just got to be the perfect symmetry. You can have a great defense, but I'm talking about like every level is like future Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, or Earl Thomas and them in their prime, like where it's like, you ain't moving the ball. It just ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? What Washington think they got.
Yeah,
but
air quotes.
You get the quarterback because if all things equal, you take who's a good middle road. Give me like a 15 quarterback. Like,
I mean,
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is a good guy. Kirk Cousins is a good guy.
Kirk Cousins. I know he get his numbers, but Kirk Cousins, right? When it's time, I've seen Kirk Cousins. You've seen Kirk Cousins not make the throw.
Yeah.
Or Case Keenum had a great year, couldn't make the throw, and it's like right when they'll get you to a certain point, and it's like, no, you got to be able to, because once you get to that point of the year, you got to be able to fit the ball in a certain spot for the most part, unless everything breaks your way. Consequently, though, I've seen the quarterback get put on a team with slightly lesser dudes and elevate everybody, because the quarterback is the one position that can elevate the psyche. Think about it. Last year, prime example, I use y'all as an example. Y'all was having a horrible year. I was enjoying it because my year was bad. I was like, cool. Eagles doing bad too, so I don't even care. As long as y'all ain't have a one-up on me, I was like, I do not care. The division helped me have a better year. Everybody was trash. I was like, cool. Dak ankle broke, but everybody weak. But the 1 week I can say I ain't had no problem with y'all winning was the week when Jalen Hurts got put in, because I was like, cool, Carson got benched. So I was so happy about that. I ain't had no hate for Jalen. I was like, whatever. You could go, actually, I wanted him to win so it can look even worse for Carson, and it worked out perfectly. But my point is, when you insert the right quarterback, the momentum, there's not another position that can do that.
Yeah.
I heard y'all back then say, yo, the receivers was running harder. Like the defense was playing harder just because they was happy that, yo, put Carson on the bench.
Yeah.
And the quarterback, that's why they make so much. Because I don't care if you can, Saquon Barkley can show up on any team. I'm tired of using Saquon because I don't think he's that good either. He's captain 2 or 3 yard loss, and then he'll go for 60. So let's use Derrick Henry. Let's use Derrick Henry, somebody that's proven. You know what I'm saying? The way they act like Saquon do, that's what Derrick Henry really do. Derrick Henry can show up on another team right now, and they don't have a quarterback. Like plop Derrick Henry off the Titans and put him on New York, right? Mm-hmm. Everything stays the same. You just swap 1 for 1. You get you get a Giants, 1 or 2 more wins, maybe?
Yeah.
Right?
Probably, yeah.
But the difference is you put Aaron Rodgers on the Giants tonight, and me and you both gonna call each other, hey, man, it's different now. The division is the whole division shit, and don't other players got to go there. So that's why, yeah, you make the trade because you can say you don't trade away your future. You don't get them 2 1s, them 2 2s. Now, am I saying, like I said, I'm not here to hype it too much because I'm not trying to imply that Deshaun Watson is better than Dak Prescott because I don't believe that with everything in me. We'll argue that another day.
Yeah, we will.
But
we'll definitely bring that back up.
If he went to y'all, yeah, I pay attention more. Yes. Yeah. I don't want to see Deshaun Watson and Devontae Smith because I know that he's going to be able to get on the ball. I know. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say Jalen Hurts can't, but we're talking proven versus projection.
Definitely. Yeah, like one thing I will say about Deshaun, look, I like Deshaun, but if you look at his squad, he's had probably better teams than the Philadelphia Eagles have right now and went like 4-12 with them. So I'm not on the train of thought that he's going to come in here and save this team.
Saying that, I will give you that. See, that's a good argument. You can say,
I'm not on the thought he's going to save this team. So why waste all those assets? You know what,
though? That's my point. When I say I think Dak's better than him, right?
I don't think Dak would come on this team and save us. I don't think we would be a way better team with Dak.
I've seen Dak, the difference between Dak and Deshaun, although a lot of people that try to push this Dak's not clutch narrative, you've seen otherwise. I know you have. Dak can make the throws. Dak is going to be just fine. I know that time when he had that AC joint injury and we played y'all the second to the last game of the season, and he was like, look, Dak can't make the throws, and everyone ignores that he was hurt. That's fine. Everyone knew he was hurt. And
it was ironic timing. That's all I got to say. Look, it was great timing for him to be
I get it. Everything's fair in love and war, and I get it. Like, whatever, dog. He should have played. I get it. But my point is, Deshaun Watson didn't elevate nobody. Just the leadership of Dak will push players, and that might be the difference between maybe Deshaun Watson can make better throws than Jalen, but is he a leader of men?
Exactly.
And I know that sounds stupid and like, you know, it sounds like I'm in a football movie and I'm talking.
We've seen it in
real life, but
we've seen it a million times. I mean, the Eagles specifically have seen it a couple. The Eagles won a Super Bowl because of it. Realistically,
look at Tom,
we can sit here and say, and I do believe that if Carson Wentz was healthy that year, he probably would have at the very least got us to the Super Bowl. Our defense was disgusting.
I don't think Carson would have. You know what?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wow.
Is it me that I can't hear?
I can hear you. Oh, they can't hear you?
Can y'all hear him?
I don't know, but I looked in the chat and I see Watson is way better than Dak. No, he's not. Troy Smoot.
I don't know why I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. You can hear me?
Hold on, my bad, bro.
What about now?
I don't know why I can't hear you.
What's happening? Ask the chat, can they hear me?
Say something?
Yep.
All right, yeah, I can hear you now. My bad.
I don't know.
That was weird. That was mad.
Nah, it's all good. No, look. I was gonna say, listen. I've seen Deshaun make one dope in that Buffalo game. That was clutch. That
Yeah.
was clutch. And I've seen him. He was clutch in college, but last year, and I'll give you, everyone gets a mulligan. So maybe it's just a down year. You know what I'm saying? It's hard when you feel like you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, I will say Deshaun Watson has had terrible coaching, and obviously they have like the worst GM in the NFL. Bill O'Brien is horrible. Like, and I'm not just saying that because how he did the Penn State and the Lions, but he's just a horrible GM. I don't know how he still has that job. So I mean, there are excuses you can make. I just don't want to give up those assets right now. Like that's just not where I am.
I don't got blessed that I don't got to worry about it. But either way, I ain't gonna sleep on y'all either way. I ain't necessarily sleeping on Hurts. I'm gonna talk my trash. I'll talk more trash about the players surrounding Hurts before I talk about Hurts. Because, like I said, I do see the intangibles. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. He's not. I respect any player that has to deal with it from so many angles and still performs.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like this is 100%. Dak still gets it from his fan base. He gets it from the national media. He gets it from like people that just, what y'all going to the Super Bowl? Like he gets it all the time. His brother passed. His brother, you know what I'm saying? That tragic story. His brother took his own life. He broke his ankle in half, and he's still out here positive and leading the team. I give him his props, and I see the same type of intangibles in Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Which, like, because if you line up the quarterbacks in our division, and look, ain't nobody worried about Fitzpatrick. I'm just not worried about him. But if you take the young quarterbacks, you take Jones, you take Dak, and you take Hurts. You know what I'm saying? And you just talk about leadership. Hurts already in front of Jones, and he's been in the league less time. Exactly. Like, I don't care. I can see when I see that. I don't feel like the Giants is rallying around Daniel Jones. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I ain't tapped in. I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't say. I've talked to Giants people. Obviously, a lot of my family. And shout out to my boy D Nice that made the song for this the beginning of it. He's from New York. That's family right there. And he's a Giants fan, unfortunately. But you know what I'm saying? They don't seem to like him very much themselves.
Like he like locked in. You know how you know when a quarterback got the pulse?
Exactly.
He do like bad it's a wrap.
Carson had it for a while. Dak has it when he's on. You know what I'm saying? And same thing
got it now more than ever, and it wasn't because of his play.
Yeah, it was because of him not being there.
It was like, it can get that bad? I'm sorry, dog. My fault. You cool.
Yeah. And he deserves it. I will say, me and you talk trash back and forth, and but I have said numerous times that I will give Dak the nod in the NFC East, and I think he is kind of underrated, to be honest. He has done what he has had to do,
it's
regardless of who he is out there.
You're supposed to be underrated.
Yeah.
Look, you can't have it all. We got to break through for him to get the ultimate respect. It just is what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I'm confident, but we got to break through. He got to at least get to the NFC championship game to get – I'm talking about Dak, to get his respect.
Yeah.
And then the franchise – look, when we talk about time frames and, y'all be like, it's been 26 years, and we be like, whatever, and we find our stuff. I get that. That's trash talk. But the fact of the matter is, of course, we feel like to have real success, we want to see him take a step. I've seen him ball. I know that he could get it done. I do think Dak has been the product of people around him not caring as much as he do. Mm-hmm. Like, not to be funny, players on our team call themselves the hot boys and worrying about branding. Like, they might rah and get hyped, but they weren't. That's why I've been a Cowboys fan forever. This year is different. Not this year is different like there go that Super Bowl team. I'm talking about the culture is different. You know what I'm saying? I had a guy last year literally say, y'all want me to try every play? He was dead serious. I remember that. I've had players that gentleman named Antoine Woods, one of our old D tackles, over the offseason, early in the offseason, right after free agency, right? They released, the way too early rosters. Like, these used to be the starters. So they put the starters out. He's in the comments as a player, putting a question mark with the eyes, as in I should be a starter. Now, eventually he got cut because he just you can't even see that you're not that good. You choose, if I was a player, like if I was that good, that be on an NFL team, and I had chances to ball, the last thing I'm gonna do is tweet when somebody think I'm not nice. I gotta go show it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that, like, that's why when y'all say, like, why am I confident about the new team? Because it's almost like with y'all. Well, I got so much new. I gotta let them be bad to be sad. I can't be saying they trash off rip.
Exactly.
You know, so when I got new D tackles that are young, you know what I'm saying, and I got a proven veteran D tackle, Brent Urban, and I got like that came from the Ravens and actually knows how to play good, and the Bears, like good interior defensive lineman that we picked up. It wasn't a big name, but I was just like, oh, we actually making real football moves now. We ain't just signing people that for the name. You know what I'm saying? I was excited, like, okay. And then we get the young players. You see, we went like 80% in the draft defense.
Yeah.
Now, do I think we got all Hall of Famers? No, I ain't stupid. But I'm like, yo, you throw 17 darts at the wall, 5 of them gonna stick.
Yeah, facts. But that's what I said. I even said that to you during the draft. I was like, if you guys, you know what I'm saying, if you guys go all defense, then I'll be maybe a little bit nervous. And you guys did. That was the smartest thing to do. I mean, you guys even got Malik Hooker. That was a pretty good pickup too.
Look,
I mean,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, silently, you guys are doing
last
well.
Friday. Put like this, and I know glass half full guy was like, "Yo, he injury prone." I feel you. You can roll with your depression, negativity, right? Or you can look at glass half full guy like me. I saw Kevin Durant come off an Achilles.
Yeah, facts.
And now, am I saying Malik Hooker's Kevin Durant? No. But I'm telling you this, though. Malik Hooker off an Achilles is better than Xavier Woods, that guy that said, you going to try every play? Right now. Right now off his Achilles, I don't care. He's just better. And then maybe I'm just off base, but I don't care. Like, I just don't. Because at least he cared.
I mean, the Eagles were trying to get him too. So, I mean, look, you know me. I like to talk my trash, but I'm realistic at the end of the day. There's going to probably be a lot of Eagles fans that talk junk that you guys got him. But there was a lot of Eagles fans that wanted him in Philly. So, you know, there's talent there. There's definitely talent there. But he is, you know, injured. So, there's that to watch out for.
I got something for you, though. Because I asked you this in the comments. Seriously. Because when y'all picked up Nelson, y'all lost it. Y'all was acting like y'all picked up Revis. And I let y'all live because when you pick up somebody, you got to let somebody live. You know what I'm saying? You pick up a half of a decent player, you're supposed to be hyped. So I let you live. But now that the calm has come and you like looking at the team, do you feel like – because Nelson, I know y'all brought him in to be a starter, right? But how you feel about him versus y'all rookie?
I feel confident that I know at least what Steven Nelson will be. I mean, like realistically, I think they got, how do I put this? Before the draft. So I'm not before the draft. Before we picked up Steven Nelson, my whole mindset of picking up Steven Nelson is you give people like Michael Jacquet and Zach McPherson a real rookie year.
I like Jacquet. Y'all need to
I like Jacquet, yeah. And we've had Jacquet on the channel. Jacquet is a cool dude.
Like Jacquet too.
Yeah, he's mad cool. He's a good guy, bro. You know, hey. But anyway, yeah. CD. Oh, that's why you guys like Jacquet. Yeah. You know what? Leave me alone. It took me a second to catch on.
No. He might be better now, but last year I was like, oh, you know, keep him on the field.
But no, I like the guy, the kid. We had him on the show. He's a hard worker. But look, I feel as though at least they get a rookie year. I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying that Steve Nelson's going to be an all-pro or pro bowler. There's that possibility. He has that, talent level if he gets to it. If he can, fully reach his potential, there's always that possibility. But we don't need him to be. We just need him to be better than what we had last year. And, CeeDee Lamb can tell you himself, we didn't have much. Michael Gallup can tell you outside of, Darius Slay, we didn't have much. So that's where the hype comes in because he is a competent cornerback, as bad as that sounds. And I'm not trying to hate on the players we got. But, right now it made everybody better. So Avonte Maddox, I think, is a top. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to be like, I'm not going to try to go over the board, but
talk your ish. I'm cool.
Maddox to me can be a top 5, top 10 slot cornerback if he stays in the slot. You know what I'm saying? He's trash outside. Outside of that, like I'm not trying to see him
about
on the
my
outside.
DC. I don't know much about your DC except that I think he came from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So you
no, he came from the Colts. He came from the Colts.
The Colts.
Yeah.
Tell me more about your DC and his philosophy and why you like him more than Schwartz. Because look, the hater in me is like, yo, y'all giving Dan Quinn crap. I don't even know, dude. How is he getting props? But you might know more than me, so I'll let you tell me why he nice.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's just the versatility. It's like we've been practicing 3-4, we've been practicing 4-3. We're moving people around. Like when I tell you there has not been one start, and I know it's still very, very early. You know what I'm saying? So, but we have not had one starting rotation on defense, especially. Like it's been so many different players at so many different spots, and they keep on talking about. It's a lot of lip service. We have to see it actually play out. Of course, I mean
that's what we're dealing with right now. We ain't got no trust.
But you know, even just like stuff like this, like somebody said in one of the lives I was doing this morning, they're like, think about this as a guard. You might have to face all in one game Ryan Kerrigan, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, you know, Derek Barty. You're gonna see every single person.
Oh yeah, I know how y'all
from that D line.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not just rotation like we did last year. Last year we would rotate a defensive tackle for a defensive tackle. Now we can have 4 down linemen out there, right? Like we can have somebody like a Patrick Johnson with his hand in the dirt, Ryan Kerrigan with his hand in the dirt. But once that ball's snapped, he could be dropping back in coverage. So there's no way to actually read what our defense is, and we don't
the predictability is gone.
Exactly, and we don't have. I'm not gonna say we don't have, but we might not have the top tier talent that you might need to have, the best defense in the world. We don't have, like you said, a Darrell Revis.
No, but you know what the got that most defenses need? It's everybody got an identity.
Exactly. Everybody can do something a little bit different.
Searching for their identity. Our defensive identity 2 years ago, 2018, when we got the playoffs, right? It would have definitely been y'all linebackers. It's crazy. That was it. That's what carried our defense. Them boys was sometimes you get in the zone. You know what I'm saying? Them two was in the zone. They was carrying. We had D-Law still, but the defense was carried by the linebackers. Period. You know what I'm saying? But we lost that because they lost a step. So our identity is all up in the air and crazy.
Yeah.
Your identity still is y'all D-line. It ain't really go nowhere. It might have got 1 year older, but until, as you know, until the crown is taken. So, like, in my mind, like, let's say Washington's defensive line. I know they got a lot of number 1 picks, but let's just talk about who really wreaks havoc.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all still got the best D line in the division until otherwise. Because who they best D tackle? Payne?
Yeah, I was about to say probably that Payne.
Is Payne better than Fletcher Cox? Even right now. I don't care about youth. Like right now. No.
I don't know.
And I don't care. He's just not. Now, if you want to go youth, can you say Chase Young is better than who would you say? Graham?
I would say he is. I probably.
But is it like
exactly the same?
Who had the sacks last year? Didn't they tie?
I think Chase had 9, right?
Chase had 8, I think.
Chase had 8. So yeah, they probably were right next to each other. So yeah, Brandon Graham had like about the same.
If you break even, the victor go to me to the vet.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be coming for that. You got to take that. You can't just tie.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. Like D line, I always keep an eye on y'all D line because y'all got identity. That's definitely so. And y'all got, because y'all got a little bit of age, y'all got smart. Y'all got some people to come in, and y'all not gonna try and ask Kerrigan. You don't got to carry the team.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm watching y'all D line because that at least y'all got your identity.
And shout out to Kerrigan because I interviewed Kerrigan and I was trying to like be nice to him and be like, yeah, Washington has had one of the better defensive lines in the league. And he was like, nah, but you seen your Eagles, you guys got blocked. And he starts naming them off. I'm like, all right, yeah.
Real recognized. That's exactly. I don't even gotta say nothing. Real recognized. He knew.
People know what time it is with our defensive line.
Now, that's the D line until y'all have a year where it's just like, oh, people was destroying them. I can't just lie. Like, we're gonna talk our trash, but we're not gonna just lie.
Exactly.
And so I'll ask you this though.
Go ahead.
We moving around. Let's go back to offense for a second. How you feel about got his mind right, Zeke? Because
he adds a different level to that offense.
If you really want to say it, there's people always say, well, Zeke runs the Cowboys, right? I've heard that plenty of times. I can see why the Eagles would say that. Because the games versus y'all specifically, he was the one in a lot of those games, except for that one game where Dak went crazy in overtime and dropped like I know that game was crazy. I was like, okay, Dak just losing it. But more often than not, it has been Zeke. So to watch Zeke probably fall off, y'all probably was like, yeah, good. Yeah. So to see him get his mind right, do you even care? You like it's over, or what do you think?
I mean, I think your offense, look, as far as Zeke, he's obviously a great player. There's no denying that. I've had to deal with him since
he took a step back
Ohio
last
State.
year.
He did. But I mean, I've had to deal with him since Ohio State. So even when he's not that great, he's still a threat.
Exactly.
So yeah, I can't stand that man. But so I'll never like deny his talent.
Well,
but to say that he scares me, your offense doesn't scare me. Your defense has to scare me. That's just how I feel right now. Like, just like you say, just like you say,
that's all we got.
Yeah, but if you just like you say with our defensive line, like you see, okay, I see that. I see it. You know what I'm saying? With your offense, okay, I see it.
I bet you this. When we get off of this, go watch them CD Lamb clips from camp. You might hit me in the DM like, all right, bro, that might scare me a little bit.
I mean, I know you got a nasty offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that.
Looking different. And
I don't know. See, your offense still is no matter how good your offense is, if your defense is trash, I'm not scared of you guys. I feel like we have a shot no matter what. Because, I mean, Jalen Hurts put up points last year. He wasn't great, but he put numbers up. He was putting up points. So, I mean, if our offense can score, I think we can be.
My thing versus y'all, since we gonna have our little moment of not being nice to each other. My thing versus y'all is this: who you putting Slay on? Because I'm telling you, I'm an overhyped CD until the end of the earth now. You leave CD on Jaquette or anyone else if you want to, because they already said, you know how you say CD's in the slot. He's not playing in the. They're moving. I think they're moving Gallup more into the slot than CD because Kellen Moore said, and since we talk about training camp stuff, Kellen Moore said at the press conference they asked him, so CD's just going to be in the slot, and he was like, no, we put CD in the slot because we didn't get a full training camp. He was like, it was just easier. We just wanted him to focus on one position, and this is the best way to not tell Michael Gallup, hey dog, CD kind of better than you. Like you trying to be nice. You don't want to just be like, yo, he better than you, took his spot. But what's happening, I'm telling you, is they're going to move him around slightly, and he's going to be the number one receiver because as great as Cooper is right now, he don't miss games. I give Cooper that. But in between games, he damn sure be nursing injuries. So when you got a young boy that just jumped like 6 feet in the air and grabbed the ball looking like Jordan, and you on the sideline working the chorus.
I mean, you guys have a lot. Yeah, you guys have a great offense. I'll give you that. I'll never deny that. But it's like going to go play ball with your boys, and like, listen, if I can just stop this dude's shot, I got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel with y'all.
Back on the ground. That's it.
Like, yeah, as long as we don't let you blow us out, I feel like we have a chance because you don't have that great of a defense. So like that's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, so am I scared of your offense? As an offense, yes, you guys have a top 10 offense, maybe top 5 offense, depending on how you want to look at it. Weapon? Yeah, say that again.
Who your biggest offensive weapon? Is it Smith? Is it Hurts? Or is it?
Hopefully, it's our running game. Hopefully, it's the three-headed monster of Kerryon Johnson, Miles Sanders, and whoever the third guy is.
Because like I said, I pay attention to y'all. I feel like, see, Miles Sanders is good for a Cooper 2-2. He'll get nicked up.
Yeah.
Kerryon Johnson might mess around and get the bulk of the snaps this year.
He might. If he can stay healthy.
Well, I had to look up Gainwell because I was tired of people trying to disrespect Michael Parsons. So I had to see what he was really about. You know what I'm saying? And his expertise, he got a little catch out the backfield in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, Johnson, Gainwell could end up being, because not to be funny, you know how the league works. Like Sanders has had his spots, but then Sanders had enough spot to get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll be like, yo, if Kerryon looking all right, they might not use Sanders, but use him enough and just be like, yo, man, you can walk.
Exactly.
Now, am I saying that's right? No, I'm saying that's the politics of football. Somebody end up walking. And when you're resetting, y'all resetting because y'all got a lot of new people. I ain't here to talk to rebuild. I'll let you do that. That's your business. But when you're resetting, some players because I'll tell you right now, Cowboys side, from a person that watches, you're gonna see D-Law gone soon. And that's not because I feel like D-Law's falling off. They're not bringing him up again. They're gonna hopefully get somebody in there else. I think Jalen Smith is gonna be gone, not cut like this year because his contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you feel about Brandon Brooks. That's how I feel about Jalen Smith. I'm like, he making good linebacker money. Why? You know, I think LVE got a chance if he stays healthy to get a contract, but it won't be world-beating contract. That's why he can get paid. Because we got a cheap GM. Steven Jones don't like to pay nobody. So, do you think Miles is getting a contract?
Nah. I hope he does, but I don't. I don't think that he will, especially with, like you said, we picked up a starting running back.
I'm not gonna lie. I watch players. I could say that the canned response as the Cowboys fan, he trash. He would still be on the Lions. No, he can run the ball.
Yeah.
Am I saying he's 1,500 yards? No, but is he a serviceable back? Yes.
But if you look at if you look at our roster, we have like 5-6 different running backs that are realistically fighting for a position because we got Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, we got Kerryon Johnson,
Y'all had Jordan
Howard, Scott, and I know Kenneth Gainwell. And then you go down.
I gotta ask you, who getting cut? You ain't carrying 5 backs.
We might. Realistically, we might. Like, realistically, the only reason I say we might is because who are we going to put in the slot? And like you said, Kenneth Gainwell, honestly, is a wide receiver in the running back position. Like, that's really what I see him as right now. So he might steal a spot, or Boston Scott might steal a spot. So
I think that's the dude. He just be hanging on. Boston Scott be around.
Facts. He ain't going nowhere.
5 running backs. That's a lot of running backs, dog.
It is. But we've never been a running team. We've never really been a running team outside of 2017 where we ran.
So maybe if they're planning on shifting the philosophy of the team, then maybe you'll carry because you just thinking about how the running backs get nicked up.
Yeah.
You know what? That'll tip in the strategist room. That'll tip their hand. Y'all carry 5 running backs. I'ma know what y'all about to get down with.
I'm cool with that though. Yeah, you still got to stop it.
No, I ain't saying I'm just saying I'm gonna know like, oh, they about to come out here with okay.
That would excite me if I'm being real. Like if we kept not even just kept 4 or 5 running backs, but if they said like, listen, we're gonna be a running team. Huntley, yeah, shout out to Waylon. We got Jason Huntley, who I interviewed. So we have a lot of running backs. But yeah, I be forgetting all these guys, bro. But it's crazy. But if they came out and said, listen, we're gonna run this rock. We're gonna pound it down people's throat paws. Yeah. We're not gonna, stop. I would be ecstatic. I am, me personally, Rome. I'm a defensive first guy. Like I love.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm with you.
I love watching defensive games. I love 3-0 games. Nothing better than me. But so I would love that. But I know a lot of people wouldn't want to see that, and I know Jeffrey Lurie is one of those people that would not want to see that.
Well, it's about moving. It's moving these tickets.
Yeah,
and. Defense don't sell seats.
Exactly.
Offense do. Now Jerry is happy because that's one thing we gonna do. We might, not gonna win. I ain't putting nothing in the atmosphere, but we good for 40 to 45 L, and just be tight about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to. That's why in a lot of my videos, I'm harping on defense. Now I can't lie about the fact that it is a lot of unknowns, a lot of youth, because I might be hype about players that will pop a year from now.
Yeah.
But when I look at, let's do this. You got a question? I'll ask you this. When you look at your schedule, right, and the way it shapes up, where's the sweet spot where you like, yo, that'll carry our season? Because mine is up front, man. Our first after the Bucks. We got like 8 games versus teams that didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. That, honestly, it's kind of the same for us. See, yours is the beginning, right? If we get past, honestly, the same. If we can get past the Bucks and the Kansas City Chiefs, that's our toughest schedule. But if we can get to the second part of our schedule and be around 500, we basically control our destiny because we play you guys, we play Washington, we play New York.
It's division heavy. They do that every year for us because they want the drama of but I don't know. It ain't even about the Bucks game. You know what I'm saying? It's Tom Brady and them. If I lose to them, as long as it's not 45-3, I'll be fine. If we drop 28 and they score 37, I'll be mad because I'm a fan, but I won't be like the season is over. You feel me? It's that stretch is going to tell me the tail of the tape. We run through them teams. Yeah, I'm gonna be hard to get along with. It's gonna be like I don't like Ron no more.
Same thing with me. Say if we beat the Bucks or the Chiefs, bro, I'm.
Oh, if I went week 1, don't even watch my channel for a month.
Bro, I'm going crazy. Let us just do some stuff that we're not supposed to do, and I'm going crazy. Like
that's why I let y'all live when y'all beat the Saints. I was like, nah, that's this day week. Like exactly. I was like, that's day week.
Exactly. I love it, man. I'm gonna enjoy it either way. So I wanna ask like 1 or 2 more questions before we get out of here. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. We got 50 people in here. Be sure to hit that hit that subscribe. If you don't know who Cowboys Fan Talk is, which I doubt that, but his link is in the description, man. Definitely go show him some love, even though he's a Cowboys fan. Everybody makes mistakes every now and then. But I want to ask you, going forward a little bit with the Cowboys, and I'll answer this too. What is it that you're looking for next week? Next week, it starts to rev up a little bit more. It's probably going to get a little bit more intense. Outside of the obvious with your quarterback situation, who are the guys that you got a close eye on?
It's the safety room. Mm-hmm. I kind of got faith in our young corners. Not that they're going to be locked down. They're going to have you saw Trayvon Diggs have his bumps in the road last year. And I've always had faith in Trayvon. You want me to tell you what my secret to liking Trayvon is? He trains with his brother.
Oh, for real?
Like him and his brother train all off season. You try to cover that all off season, you're gonna be all right. So
facts.
Training with your brother, who that gonna give you no slack. Like he's not giving him no time off because that's his little brother. So trying to cover Stephon Diggs is hard enough. So that gives me excitement. But as far as it's our safety room, man, because before why we bring in Malik Hooker? Because the signings that you did make, we signed DeMonte KZ, and I have faith in KZ because at one point he led the league in interceptions. He had before he tore his Achilles, right? And he was having he had okay OTAs and trying to get back out there. And then the first couple of days of practice, it was okay, right? First day of padded practice, when Malik walked out there, first day of padded practice, DeMonte KZ pick 6. I'm like, oh, you looking over your shoulder now. You feel me? Like you realize that what you thought when you signed this free agent deal in February ain't guaranteed no more because Malik Hooker here. So I'm watching. That's what we call a camp battle. That's the battle I'm watching because it's a legitimate battle. You know what I'm saying? I also want to see if Boss Man Fat can take. And I know that's your boy. I know you.
That's my homie. Yeah, Boss Man Fat. I want to rap battle him, man. You gotta let him know, man. I want a straight battle, bro.
Can Boss Man get this? Right now, he's not starting. Anthony Brown is starting, and Anthony Brown's not nobody's world beater. He's a serviceable corner in the league, but he's not like you put him on the number 1 receiver, he gonna get beat. I'm not here to lie. So the athleticism is there. Mike McCarthy has said to get real specific on training camp stuff. I can see he said he's not behind. He caught COVID earlier in the offseason. He missed 10 days of OTAs. Like he was out. And they didn't want to say it. He said it. I think he accidentally said it the other day in an interview. And he said he caught it after he got vaccinated. But that's a whole nother story for another day. We can talk about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Offline. We're talking about offline. But, can he take that spot, man? Because I like Boss Man. He's athletic, man. At one point, he runs a 4-3, but Now I know when you run your 40s at your school, they juice it, but his fastest is a 4.28. He's just naturally he has natural, because he don't strike me as a gym rat quite yet. Well, let's see how he is at a year or two in the league. He's just naturally fast. Some people just got that when they're young. So he got the athleticism. It's right here.
Yeah, the facts. He's got to go put in the work now.
So let's just see if Boss Man can take. I think Boss Man can start 4 weeks into the season. I don't think they're giving it to, unless he has the wild preseason where they're like, all right, I can't help it. I think Anthony Brown's going to start. But Malik Hooker and DeMonte Casey, that's the battle to watch, man, because you know how bad our safety play been for how many years?
Facts.
Since Roy Williams used to hurt people when he used to grab them and drag them down.
Yeah, it's been rough for y'all. Y'all having a drought like what we did when we got Brian Dawkins out of the team.
Let me ask you. You asked me a question. Let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
And it's going to be left. Is there anywhere in the back of your brain that you think Nick Mullins could take Hurts' job?
No, not Hurts' job. Not long term, at least. I mean, I could see if it got, and I don't think that this is a possibility, but I could see if it gets to the point that Jalen Hurts is so bad that you're just not learning anything about your other players, that he could lose his job and we just figure it out from there and then draft somebody next year.
I think Mullins is better than Flacco.
Definitely better than Flacco.
I don't think Flacco going to make your team.
I hope he doesn't. We're paying him way too much money. Realistically, this is what I've said about Flacco. I feel like if something, God forbid, happens to Jalen Hurts for like a half,
I'm tired of the injuries.
Yeah,
I want us to play each other healthy and just the winner be the winner.
Who you
tired of
about?
it? Because we don't talk trash regardless, but I'm tired of it being because y'all O-line was ravaged. You know what I'm saying? I want Dak healthy, Jalen healthy, and everybody battle it out. If it's a close game, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm tired of us.
When's the last time we've had a game between the Eagles and the Giants? I mean, the Eagles and the Cowboys that we really sat there and we're like, everything's on the line, bro. You guys are healthy. We're healthy. I mean, it's probably been a good
3 years.
Yeah, it's been a good while. So I mean, we definitely need that back. But I just to go on like the battle that I'm looking at. I know a lot of people are looking at a lot of different things, but I'm looking at the wide receiver battle, and the reason why is not necessarily because I think there's crazy names that might,
you ain't talking about Smith. He's starting.
I am. Listen to me.
Hold on, what?
Listen. Philadelphia is in a position, and I'm not saying he's going to lose his job or there's any type of actual battle with him. What I'm saying is if he does not work out, if Jalen Reagor does not work out, the Philadelphia Eagles have spent the past 4 or 5 years.
Oh, you said Reagor. I was talking about Smith.
No. I'm talking about both. I think Smith is going to be great. Hear me out. I think that they're both going to be great, but they have to be. They're we need them to be great. We can not go into next year. Say that again.
This is unbiased.
No, this is me.
I don't got faith in Reagor. It's Fulgham.
I like Fulgham. I think he'll start outside, but
you know why? Because he ain't got he didn't earn everything he got.
Yeah, but see, my thing is, bro, we need these guys. You just spent a first round pick on Reagor. You just spent a first round pick on Devontae Smith. Right. We can't keep spending first round picks on wide receivers. We cannot hit on wide receiver to save our lives. So, if Devontae Smith is not that number one that we all assume he's going to be, and I fully believe that he can be. He's been everything as advertised in the training camp.
So that's the difference between him and Reagor. You can, like I said, it ain't my job to hype him up. That's your job. Yeah. But as a rival, his mindset. That's what I start with players, because you already a nice athlete. You in the NFL. Where your mindset at? Exactly. I can tell Devontae Smith is focused. Reagor, from what I've seen, I know I'm outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really my house. But if I'm looking through the window, I'm like, yo, Reagor don't really care. Now, I heard he lost somebody. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's him outside of it.
And his fam. But people lose people. My quarterback's brother committed suicide, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've seen him power through. So, look, Reagor, you know what I'm saying? When you get your mind right, I'm sure you want to see, like you said, you want to see that first round pick pay dividend. I don't, because I'm nice. But If I had to,
my biggest thing is next year we have 3 first-round picks. I don't want to keep using them on 2 or 3. We'll see. I'm holding out hope. I never thought I'd say this.
Hey, bro, if it's
I'm holding out hope he's all right.
If it's one game, if say he comes back and they're like, okay, he can't miss another game, or they're gonna bench him a game because they're petty.
It's like 4 or 5 games that he would have to miss.
4 or 5. Look, if he misses 4 and he healthy to come back, and at the end of the year they gonna send him. They want that pick. And you're gonna be like,
I've said this before. I've said it before. Everybody thinks I'm like being like an evil-minded dude. Like, no, that's what I would do.
Hate on Carson all the time, so welcome.
This is horrible. I mean, I don't even hate Carson Wentz. I just hate the situation. Like, I feel like he's like my homie that like you see at the grocery store, and you're like, damn, bro, you was cool, but man, I can't even like you feel me. You don't give him the full depth or you start having that montage. Yeah, you start having that montage of like when y'all robbed the grocery store together and shit. Like, hey, but now you're looking at him like, damn, bro, you done changed, bro. You done changed, man.
Well, you know what though? I'll give you this. As a Philly fan, and you know, me and J Tuck both done gave y'all props for y'all fandom. I like gully fans that pop a lot because I'm a rare Cowboys fan. I you know what I'm saying? I'm different the way we talk our trash. It is what it is. Yeah. I can relate. But Carson was at the little press conference like, this is more of a family feel. And I was like, yo, you soft, yo.
And that's my thing. Like, we'll go on this for a second but look, I know a lot of people hate when I talk about Carson Wentz because they all, get over it. It was, this person's fault, that person's fault. Listen, bro, you give me $40 million. Mm-hmm. I'm playing for whoever the hell you want me to. I really don't care. There's people I hate in this world. You give me $40 million, I'm going to Disney World with them, and I'll pay for their ticket. Like, you kidding me? Like, come on, man. Like, he just took things way too personal.
We work jobs we haven't wanted to. It is what it is.
Exactly. 40 an hour. Like,
when you get paid $40 million, if you get paid $40 an hour, you got a responsibility. It is what it is. You at the end of the day, Carson, you as an employee.
Exactly.
You just mad he got in his feelings the day that number one, Jalen Hurts is number one.
Exactly.
That was the beginning of the end. Mm-hmm. He was fragile. Now a good quarterback like Tom Brady, and I know he the GOAT. It is what it is. Jimmy Garoppolo was like, yo, I'm nice. And Tom was like, oh, really?
Exactly.
Watch me win this chip, and they're gonna ship you out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, real people compete.
And if you look at a bunch of different situations, shoot, you look at Aaron Rodgers almost every freaking year they spend a first round pick.
Look, that's a better example. They draft Jordan Love. He said, watch me win this MVP. What happened with you?
Exactly.
And now the Packers confused. They don't even know what to do. They bringing Randall Cobb back. They confused.
And the thing is with Carson, which a lot of people don't talk about, is that, look, Carson could have got everybody in Philadelphia exactly what they wanted. Philadelphia fans, for the most part, outside of maybe this year, I know things may have changed a little bit because he did okay in this offseason, but Philadelphia Eagles fans hate Howie Roseman. If Carson Wentz would have went out there and balled out and made it seem like, why the hell did we pick, which we already were thinking it, why did we go and pick Jalen Hurts when we have our quarterback? If he would have proved that we were all right in thinking that, realistically, Howie might not be here right now. Howie might not be in this city anymore. But instead, you lost, and you just tucked your tail between your legs and was like, no, I don't want to be here no more, and just left. So now we're stuck with Howie.
You're not privy to no conversations, right? I like Howie because he pisses y'all off.
Yeah.
Just like y'all probably like Jerry because he pisses us off. Y'all enjoy when Jerry Jones look like an idiot. Like, yeah, keep looking stupid.
Exactly.
So I like when Howie makes y'all mad, but I'll give him this. I don't know what was happening behind the scenes. I don't know when he talked to Carson if he was just like, this dude is soft. I'm drafting another quarterback. I don't care. Because I can see something that a lot of people, I might not tell the media, but I don't know what kind of soft stuff, that Carson was doing behind closed doors. Like the way he was carrying himself.
Facts.
And when you, like, if you're the GM, if you're Howie, right? And every time you talk to Carson Wentz, you like, yo, I want him. He can play, but he always acting like just soft.
Fact.
Like he emotional. Like no pun intended. You be like, you know what? I'm drafting the court. I don't care what nobody say. And he did it. And you know what? At the time, everybody killed him for it. And now he at the house like, yeah, you seen it.
Yeah.
So when he got hurt today, Howie was like, you see it.
Yeah.
He probably walked around his house yelling at everybody, you see it.
How he smacked his girl's butt. He was like, yeah, baby.
Yeah,
we did it, baby. We did it.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I was laughing because of the pick thing, because we gonna pick with each other. It is what it is. But the fact of the matter is, he was smart to get him up out of there. Yeah. Now, the money hurt. You did money ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? But if someone's trash, we can both agree on this as much as we hate on each other's team. Trash players, especially with trash mentalities, got to go.
Yeah.
So
especially
he really wasn't made for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I know he from North Dakota and everything like that, and it's supposed to be all tough.
North Dakota ain't tough. Who told you that?
I don't know. Like they said he's like a mountain man and all that. I don't know.
Who you know from North Dakota, Rome?
Nobody. Y'all used to be like he a mountain man and he hunting and all that. I was trying to feed into what y'all was saying.
But I agree with you, especially on the point of if you're soft mentally, I ain't got a spot for you, man. On any of my teams, I don't care if it's basketball, baseball. I don't even care if it's like ice hockey or not ice hockey. Ice hockey is pretty tough, but like I'm trying to think of a soft sport. I can't think of one.
Look, Nick Foles, right? And I know the other stuff notwithstanding. The one thing Nick Foles had though, ice in his veins.
Facts.
Especially for that run. You know what I'm saying? There was one time because I was anti-establishment. I was tired of the Patriots. So that Super Bowl when y'all won, this the one thing you'll never really. I wasn't as mad as you're supposed to be because I'm comfortable with my 5. It is what it is. I wasn't like, oh, they won one. I hate the Eagles. I got hate for y'all, but I wasn't that beaten up about it because I was tired of the establishment.
Yeah.
And that Super Bowl was good to watch.
Yeah, facts.
It's weird to watch your rival get busy, but Nick Foles was balling.
Yeah. It
is what it is. Now it makes me happy that he ain't with y'all and it's weird because y'all got a statue. And I can talk my trash like, why y'all got a statue? You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is you can't watch that game and say Nick Foles got lucky.
Nah.
He was just on you. Sometimes you're on fire. I know Tom mad about it. Like every time I play the NFC East, here they come.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to.
And it's always the randomest quarterback too. Like Eli Manning beat you twice, then Nick Foles. Like, what you doing, Tommy boy?
Hey, look. When it's time to sometimes hang out as a division together, we can at least say that you and the Giants got it done. I give y'all that.
Hey, we had to.
Somebody had to in the past. Y'all kept him from really being Thanos, so I appreciate it.
All right, so look, the last thing I want to do is this might be a little bit weird, but I want you to describe your training camp so far in like a couple words. If I was just absolute nobody off the street and you had to explain your training camp to me, what would you say to me that is happening with your team right now?
2 words. Finally focused.
I like that.
In a long time. Like I said, the Cowboys we just, you know what it is, man. We joke about it all the time. It's too much entitlement. That's the real words. Too much entitlement. And I get it. We got 5 chips. I get to brag about it. I'm a fan. But when you're a player, you don't get to brag about it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You need to earn something. So when I see this training camp and when you look up stories and you see the players out there, you see some of the braggadociousness, but you see like some of the, like if you could just follow my joint, no plug. I'm talking on Twitter. Players look finally focused, man, like seriously. And I can appreciate the focus, Definitely. I can really appreciate it, man.
And speaking of Twitter, both of our Twitter handles are right to the side of us. So yeah, definitely go check him out at Cowboys Fan Talk. Well, Cowboys_Fan Talk.
Yeah.
Check me out at Philly TP. Shout out to everybody in here. We got 51 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Go check my boy Rome out, man. He's got a great channel. And we're gonna start him off getting on some live. So that'll be fun.
Man. People been killing me. Like, yo, if you don't go live, look, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right. I might jump in the water this weekend and just be terrible at it. So when I first do it, don't clown me.
I'm gonna be in the back. I'll produce it for you. Don't worry. I got you. I ain't gonna let them.
I might not have. Look, it might just be me. It might not be no overlay and that. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna do it. We gonna start.
That's all that you need, though. That's all the people need. Now, while we have everybody here, I do want to make a quick 2 announcements. I promise. Saturday tomorrow at 12 p.m. we have Chris McPherson, Eagles Insider, coming on to just kind of break down a little bit more about training camp. And then on Monday at 8 p.m. we're gonna have a little GOAT stream, man. We're gonna have my guy Lord Brunson, Philly 500, and Philly Take with RB. We're gonna talk that talk. And see what's going on with our Philadelphia Eagles.
Heavy.
Wrong.
Hey, random though. Do me a favor. At the end of that stream, I know y'all gonna be talking about y'all squad. Please bring up basketball because you in there with some heavy Sixers. At the end, but I gotta hear it.
They hate me, but I love it. The Nets had a pretty good draft last night. I'm not even mad, to be real.
I told you before, I'm a Rockets fan. I'm content, man. I like my draft. I like Jalen Green.
Well, y'all
had like exciting, but we're gonna be right back in the lottery next year. It's cool.
Y'all had like 15 picks though, so I mean, y'all kind of had to hit on something.
Hey, look, basketball is just about excitement. If I see a couple dunks and some good threes, because after James left, I can't even think about a chip. I told you, that's why I was gonna just be adopted by y'all for one. I was like, all right, man, I see the Nets.
Hey, I'm not the hugest like basketball fan. I'm a Nets fan. I'm gonna be real. Like I've always been a Nets fan my whole life. Yeah. So when we suck, I'm not that into basketball.
It don't hurt. It ain't like when the football team hurt.
Yeah, like it's like if the Eagles suck and the Nets suck, life sucks for me.
Like I'm a little depressed. It's cool. I'm one of them fans though. I'll be mad. I tell you this, I'm one of these fans. We could be trash on Sunday and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm humble. Thursday, I'm start talking myself in it. Yo, we gonna win this game.
Exactly. Exactly. Especially now that we got the channels. It's like last year, me and Brandon used to do like the predictions before the game. Yeah. And after like week 4, we were just like, all right, well, we're not gonna say we're gonna lose every game, even though that's probably what we think. So we're just gonna say we win every game.
No, bro, it because you as a fan, you can find a way mentally. If we did these things, now they might not happen at all. But I'm gonna tell you why. It is what it is. You're gonna deal with this bad. And look, you know what it is. When the prediction bad, the first person. It's people in your comments. Stupid. You was way off. And I'm like,
it's your boys. It's your own people. It be your own. People.
It be your own. I be bored. My comments they be destroying me. That's why I just speak my mind because I'm not gonna win regardless.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That's the difference between us and what a ESPN or First Take or whatever the heck it is. Like they get paid a lot of money to try and be right. We don't get paid that much money. I ain't trying to be right. I'm trying to just tell you how I'm feeling. This is my opinion. Take it or leave it, and we'll go from there. But
I'll say this before we get out of here, man. You know what I love most about this, man? I get to enjoy it. If I ever stop enjoying it, man, y'all will see me stop making videos.
Facts.
I have fun with it. I like that. Like, I appreciate you bringing me on. This is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
I enjoy rocking with people, and we're going to hate on each other's teams. But if I start to get to the point where I don't like interacting with other content creators, the comments and stuff, the people that subscribe to my channel, it's draining. I'm not going to do nothing that's going to make me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the people that really be angry, and I don't get it. Like, I'm going to enjoy it regardless. This is fun. It's like sitting in we are in a virtual barbershop. We're going to talk our trash all day, every day, and enjoy it. If you can't enjoy it, like, I'm not mad when, I get clowned a lot in the comments about just some of my takes been off. And look, the other day when you and no, who was it? It was you and Tuck. No, you was when I said we was going 13-4.
Was it me and Tuck? It probably was me and Tuck.
Yeah, it was you. I forgot who it was. Long story short, people was like, "Rome, you tripping?" No. And it was Mike.
Mike.
And he was just like, "Yo, man, I believe it." Now I can explain it, and it makes complete sense to me, because the way I do my schedule is this, and you could do it too. Anybody that's in the comments, tell me 5 losses, because I can talk myself into 4, but I don't see more than 5 defense. I'm hearing people saying the Cowboys going 9-8, and I'm trying to figure out where the losses at. I'm not gonna just be like, yo, we probably dropped to Minnesota just cause we beat Minnesota with Andy Dalton.
Yeah, facts.
So
facts.
And I could be way off base, but as my boy Vach Lombardi says, your other boy,
I know him.
Vacho say we going undefeated until we lose. Now I'm not quite there, but I get his philosophy. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, okay, this football. I would rather lose a couple games, get your mind right for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the Dolphins record. It ain't that impressive to me. But I'm not going to just tell my team we losing almost half our games just because the narrative of the media say it. You ain't even trying to hear people saying y'all going to win 4 games.
And that's the thing. Like, it's not even because I have been trying to be unbiased about it. And me and you have said this before. Like, me and you will go from, I'll sit here and give you all your team a bunch of flowers and be like, yeah, no, you guys are good at this. But once you're like, yeah, you guys are going to be trash, it becomes a, nah, check it. We're going to do this. We're going to do it. And I become a little unrealistic.
That's what we're supposed to do, though.
But exactly.
It's a rare moment.
That's what we're supposed to do.
When we log off, people, I'm going to talk trash about the Eagles. So everything I said tonight, you can say, but you said this the other day. I'm going to act like this didn't happen.
Facts.
I'm not giving flowers all season.
Talk to you.
I'm going to be like, yo, Jalen Hurts is trash. And you'll be like, I saw him say he liked his intangibles. And I'm going to be like, yo, I don't remember that.
Me no speak of English. I don't know what you're talking about. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, that's what we do, man. It's all love, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, it is cool that we're able to do this. That like we are definitely going to be doing this more often during the season, just to kind of get
man. You know, I'll jump in here with you. It don't even matter.
Facts. And shout out to everybody that's in here that's a Cowboys fan. I see some regular Cowboys fans, but I know we got some new ones that you brought along with you. So take them with you on the way out. We're
gonna lead together. We a squad. I can't look. We gotta. If you free, let me know. We gotta, because we verse each other in like training camp is one thing. I want to talk to you at a couple preseason games.
Definitely,
because we really you gonna start forming real opinions versus players. Like, he just ain't what I want.
Exactly.
So we gonna come back and we'll do another. Let's call it a preseason touch base.
Yeah,
because then I might. Well, hopefully I ain't too humbled because I want to do good this year. But some players it happens to everybody. Some players just ain't what you want them to be.
Yeah, I think we should do this every couple of weeks. Just touch base.
Hey, let me know.
We'll link back up, touch base, see where it is. Because at the end of the day, we all hate each other, but we still want to know what's going on, in the enemy circle. But Rome, like I said, man, I appreciate you so much coming on here. Everybody, be sure to go check my brother out, man. He's killing it over there for the wrong team. But he's killing it over there. He's doing a great job. And be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe on both channels. But other than that, man, I think we're going to get out of here. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here, Rome?
Look, man, I really do. I'm a put in the atmosphere a healthy year. I'm just tired of both of us. I'm tired of dealing with the, you know what I'm saying? Oh, our year was bad because we're going to have minor nicks, hamstrings and all that. I'm talking about no major injuries for both teams. I can live with that. You lose a lineman for 3 weeks, that's on you. You got a hamstring. I ain't that sad. It's just a hamstring. I'm talking about like, I don't want no ACL tears. I know it's almost impossible, but I want a healthy year, man. Definitely. Just tired of the non-healthiness is corny. Definitely. So we can stay healthy majority. And I'll say it for the division. So at the end of the year, the person that wins can really feel like they won. You know what I'm saying? Because our division titles is like playoff wins. It's different.
Exactly. Yeah. Them banners mean a little bit more.
Banners mean. I don't care what nobody say. Our banner, we joke about what does that banner mean? Nah, NFC East championship means something.
That's off-season talking rights.
That's all you need.
That's your talking step.
Y'all got blown out of the playoffs
off-season. Big thanks though, bro. But hey, man, we about to get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody. But yeah, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.